Elizabeth Kingsbury from SavvyVegetarian.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to mess around with tofu. That's just basic tofu, the different kinds of tofu, what to do with them, how to cook them in basic ways, frying, baking, and steaming, and things like that. This is the Wildwood brand. It's very, very firm. You don't have to press it, and it soaks up marinades really well. This is some of the super firm tofu that I've marinated and I'm going to bake. This marinade is made with white cooking wine, toasted sesame oil, Bragg's liquid aminos, or you can use soy sauce, a little bit of agave syrup. You can also use sugar. And you can add garlic, ginger, jalapeno, and cayenne pepper. I added a little cumin and coriander. You can also add minced onion or onion powder. But basically you want to make it sour and salty, then add all of your other stuff. This has been marinating for about an hour and it's ready to go in the oven and bake. I'll bake it for about 15 minutes and then turn it. Okay, let's see how our baked tofu is doing. Turn it over. It's a nice color. Now I'm going to add just a little more marinade to it. And bake it for another 15 minutes. The baked tofu is done. It's the same as with fried tofu. You can make a big batch in a big pan and just put it in the fridge to keep for up to a week. Now I've got my pan warming up to fry some tofu. For my fried tofu, I'm going to break out this new package of organic Wildwood super firm sprouted tofu. I'm going to open up the package, dump it out, rinse it, pat it dry. Now the way I fry tofu is slice it in about 1/2 inch slices. What I do is just sprinkle little Bragg's on it. Very simple. I add a little dab of coconut oil and put it in the pan. Another thing you can do, bread it with some nutritional yeast, or you can use fine breadcrumbs as well. This is the tofu that I marinated with Bragg's liquid aminos and fried in a little bit of coconut oil. This is the one that I breaded with nutritional yeast. Another brand of tofu is Melissa's, and this is not nearly as firm. This package says it's extra firm, but it still needs pressing to use for frying or baking. Now I'm going to open up this package and drain the tofu. I'll just cut it on 3 sides, peel it back, turn it upside down and drain out the water. Rinse it. And now I'm going to press this tofu. Wrap it up in a dishcloth and weight it with something heavy. This book is really heavy. It's perfect. You can also use a sealed container of water or a brick or anything heavy and stable that you have. My advice is to buy the firmest tofu that you can find. And then you don't have to do much, if any, pressing. It's nice to be able to save that step. With this tofu that I just pressed, I'm going to slice it in chunks and then steam it. The reason that raw tofu has to be steamed is because then it can get contaminated with bacteria in processing. So for food safety's sake, it's a good idea to steam it for 5 minutes. So I'm going to take it out of the hot water and set it aside to cool. I'm going to use half of my steamed tofu to make tofu salad sandwich and store the rest in the fridge. And I wouldn't keep this in the fridge for more than a day or 2 at the most. And this is silken tofu made by Marinated. Use it to make salad dressing, puddings, tofu mayonnaise. You can even use it to make ice cream. It's a really handy thing to have in your fridge. And it keeps practically forever because this tofu is vacuum packed and it's basically cooked right in the box. Opening these packages of silken tofu can be a bit of a trip. I just cut off the ends with a serrated knife and then slice off the top. There we go, now it'll just slide right out of the box. There we go. I'm going to rinse it. What I'm going to do with this silken tofu is make some tofu mayonnaise, which is super easy to do. After that tofu extravaganza, I've got a whole pile of stuff to put in my fridge and keep for hunger attacks. I've got tofu salad sandwich spread. Got baked tofu ready for a sandwich. Steamed tofu, put on a sandwich. I've got fried tofu. Or just eat it as a side. I've got my raw tofu that I didn't use, filtered water, keep in the fridge. When you're using raw tofu in a stir fry, you don't need to steam it, but you can just cut it into chunks and throw it into your stir fry, and it will soak up all the flavors that you're using in your stir fry. I've also got marinade. And this, and it tastes absolutely divine. It will keep for up to a week in the fridge. Thank you for joining me to make basic tofu. If you like this video, please remember, push the like button and share it with your friends.